What if I told you that over 2,500 years ago, a man discovered the root cause of all human suffering and the path to end it? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the Buddha's first and most essential teaching, the Four Noble Truths. This isn't just ancient philosophy or abstract speculation. This is what the Buddha himself called seeing things as they truly are. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, disappointment, or just the everyday struggles of being human, these truths offer something remarkable, a practical framework for understanding our suffering and a clear path to freedom from it. So let's explore what the Buddha actually taught based on the ancient Pali scriptures, starting with the very first sermon he gave after his enlightenment. After the Buddha attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, he journeyed to a place called the Deer Park at Sarnath. There, he met 5 ascetics who had previously been his companions. It was to them that he delivered his first teaching, a sermon recorded in a text called the Dhammacappa Sutta, which means the setting in motion of the wheel of Dharma. In this foundational discourse, he laid out the Four Noble Truths. But before he did, he began by rejecting 2 extremes he had experienced firsthand. The first was the pursuit of sensual pleasure, living a life dedicated to satisfying every desire. The second was the practice of severe self-mortification, inflicting extreme hardship on the body in the hope of spiritual gain. The Buddha taught that neither of these paths leads to wisdom or awakening. Instead, he presented what he called the middle way, a balanced path that avoids these extremes and leads directly to insight and liberation. This brings us to the first noble truth, the truth of dukkha, or suffering. The Buddha stated it plainly. Now this, monks, is the noble truth of suffering. Birth is suffering, aging is suffering, illness is suffering, death is suffering. Union with what is displeasing is suffering. Separation from what is pleasing is suffering. Not to get what one wants is suffering. He then summarized this by saying, in brief, the 5 aggregates subject to clinging are suffering. Now, the word dukkha is often translated as suffering, but its meaning is much broader. It includes obvious physical and mental pain, but it also encompasses feelings of dissatisfaction, stress, unease, and the fundamental unsatisfactoriness of our conditioned existence. Think about it. Even our most pleasant experiences are a form of dukkha because they are impermanent. They arise, they change, and they inevitably end, often leaving us wanting more. The 5 aggregates the Buddha mentions are form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. These are the basic components that make up our experience of being a self. That problem arises when we cling to these impermanent, changing processes, identifying with them as me or mine. That clinging is the seed of suffering. This isn't a pessimistic declaration that life is all misery. It's a realistic, honest diagnosis of the human condition. It's like a doctor telling you that you're sick before they can offer a cure. And that leads directly to the second noble truth, samudaya, the origin of suffering. The Buddha identified a specific cause for all this dukkha he taught. Now this, monks, is the noble truth of the origin of suffering. It is this craving which leads to renewed existence, accompanied by delight and lust, seeking delight here and there. The root cause of our suffering is a deep-seated thirst or craving, known in Pali as tanha. This isn't just about wanting a new car or a piece of cake. It manifests in 3 primary ways. First, there's the craving for sensual pleasures, the constant chase for pleasant sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and feelings. Second, there's the craving for existence or becoming, the desire to be something, to achieve a certain status, to continue living, or to have a permanent identity. Third, and perhaps more subtly, there's the craving for non-existence or extermination, the desire for things to go away, to annihilate what we find unpleasant, or even the wish to cease existing when pain becomes unbearable. This powerful craving, fueled by our fundamental ignorance of reality, is what drives the cycle of rebirth and keeps us trapped in a state of dissatisfaction. We are constantly chasing after what we want, pushing away what we don't, and remaining blind to the true nature of things. Now, after diagnosing the illness and identifying its cause, the Buddha delivered the most hopeful message imaginable. This is the third noble truth, nirvana, the cessation of suffering, he declared. Now this, monks, is the noble truth of the cessation of suffering. It is the remainderless fading away and cessation of that same craving, the giving up and relinquishing of it, freedom from it, non-reliance on it. This is the good news. Suffering is not our permanent fate. It can end, This ultimate peace is called nibbana or nirvana. It's not a heavenly paradise, and it's certainly not annihilation. It is the complete extinguishing of the fires of craving, hatred, and delusion. When that root craving ceases completely, all the suffering that grows from it also ceases. This is the ultimate, unconditioned peace. The deathless state that the Buddha himself attained and taught was possible for all of us. It's the promise of a cure. So, if suffering has a cause, and that cause can be eliminated, how do we do it? That brings us to the fourth noble truth, Marga, the path to the cessation of suffering. The Buddha didn't just point to the destination, he provided a detailed map. He said, "Now this, monks, is the noble truth of the way leading to the cessation of suffering. It is this Noble Eightfold Path. This path consists of 8 interconnected factors: right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration." These 8 elements are often grouped into 3 essential trainings. The first is wisdom, which includes right view, understanding the 4 noble truths, sound right intention, the resolve to be gentle, harmless, and free from ill will. The second training is ethical conduct, covering right speech, right action, and right livelihood, which means living in a way that doesn't harm ourselves or others. The third training is mental discipline, which includes right effort, right mindfulness, developing present moment, awareness, and right concentration, the ability to focus the mind. It's crucial to understand that this isn't a linear path where you perfect one step before moving to the next. All 8 factors are developed simultaneously. They support and strengthen each other, creating a holistic way of life that gradually purifies the mind and leads directly to wisdom and awakening. It's the practical, step-by-step prescription for the cure. These 4 noble truths are also deeply connected to what the Buddha called the 3 characteristics of existence. Understanding these is key to unlocking the path. They are anicca, or impermanence, the fact that everything is in a constant state of flux; dukkha, as we've discussed, the inherent unsatisfactoriness of conditioned things; and unnata, or non-self, the truth that there is no permanent, unchanging soul or self in any phenomenon. When we truly see these 3 characteristics in our own experience, we naturally develop dispassion, let go of our clinging, and find liberation. So let's bring this all together. The 4 noble truths are the Buddha's profound diagnosis and prescription for the human condition. First, he identifies the problem. Life inherently involves suffering, dissatisfaction, and stress. This isn't pessimism, it's a realistic acknowledgement of our shared experience. Second, he pinpoints the cause, our own craving and clinging, which are rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of reality. Third, he gives us the ultimate hope. This suffering can end. Freedom and true peace are attainable. And fourth, he provides the practical treatment, the Noble Eightfold Path, a gradual training in wisdom, ethical living, and mental discipline. One of the most powerful things about the Buddha's approach is that he never asked for blind faith. He encouraged people to investigate and test his teachings for themselves through their own direct experience. He said these truths should be seen, timeless, inviting inspection, leading onward, to be experienced by the wise for themselves. These aren't just ancient ideas for monks in robes. The beauty of this teaching is its profound practicality. You don't need to believe in anything supernatural to benefit from understanding how your own mind creates suffering through craving and clinging. You don't need to join an organization to practice mindfulness and live more ethically. You can start right now, wherever you are. Pay attention to your own experience. Notice moments of suffering, however small. Gently investigate what you might be craving or clinging to in that moment. And just consider, what would it feel like to let go, even just a little? If you found this exploration helpful, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future dives into philosophy and practice. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Until next time, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, and may you be free from suffering.